I'm Happy Jones, and where I'd like to give up my wrinkles and my saggy skin, I've also acquired something in my older years that I didn't have in my younger self. And that's what I want to talk about today. And the first one is clarity. Things become clearer to you as you get older, and you stop the nonsense and the gossip and the grudges and the should haves. All the grudges I used to have when I was younger. I would I wasted a lot of my life getting upset over this insult or this perceived insult, and just wasted a lot of time, or getting upset about this selection or upset about this. And as the years go by, you learn to give that up. You've learned what makes what counts, what is important, and that becomes clearer to you. And you let these grudges go because they're a waste of time and they don't accomplish anything. And then the should haves. Oh my God, the should haves. You should have done this. You should have done that. Um, well, what if you should have? You've learned that you can't recover a should have. You can't change what the past is. You can't change what you have already done. And the only thing you can do is just learn from it, and don't make the same mistake again, and let it go. Drop what it did. And another thing becomes clearer to you. It becomes clearer to you what is important to you in the people in your life. And you learn to avoid the negative, toxic people that take you down. Now, we all know people who have got one problem or another problem or this or that, and they're depressing. They bring you down. And so you've learned as you've aged to avoid those people and avoid that. And and the next one is confidence. You become more confident as you get older. You learn what you're capable of and not capable of. And you don't care what people think about what choices you make in your life anymore. And that's very freeing. You've accepted who you are and you're comfortable with it. And confidence comes from failure and realizing you survived a failure, and success and realizing you're still growing. And let me tell you how I learned this the hard way. I spent 30 years of my younger years trying to become a great artist. And I spent so much time on this, and painting and hours of it. And I never became a great artist because I have talent, but it's just not good enough. It's average talent. And there's nothing I can do to make it better. Well, when I gave that up, I decided to become a writer. And in that, I became a success quite easily. I won a first place award for a short story, and the next thing I knew, I got a nonfiction book published. And when those books came to me, and they're in the box, and I opened it up, and the guy from the UPS or whoever dropped it off and left, and I opened it up and I looked at the books and I thought, is that all there is to this? And I was really let down. And I learned from that for me, it's the journey and the challenge of learning new things. And I have a tremendous curiosity about how things work. And learning these new things was very important to me, and more important than the ending. And that gave me confidence. Uh, from then on and the rest of my life, I've involved in things that give me a great challenge, and I don't worry about the end. I mean, I strive for it. That's part of the fun of it. But that's not the all of it to me. And that is a lesson I learned the hard way. But it freed me up and it made me more confident. Now, the next thing is you learn to say no without guilt. You've learned to stop people pleasing. And you just say, when something is going to exhaust you and you know you don't have enough time for it, you just say, no, thank you. And no explanation is needed. That's just sufficient. And when I was young, I would say yes to all kinds of obligations that I knew I just didn't have the time for. And that was going to exhaust me and wear me out to try and do it. But I didn't know how to say no. But as you get older, you become comfortable with saying no, and you just learn um, to do it. And if an obligation is going to stress you out now, you just say no. And even if you don't want to do it, you just say no. Maybe you don't want to go to that party next week. You just say no to it now. And you've learned your value now. You've learned that your time and energy is limited. And you know now that saying no is not being mean, it's showing self-respect. And that your time and energy is precious to you and you are going to spend it wisely. Okay, if you like this video, you might like the video on how to stay happy when younger. I think it's going to be up here. I would also love to hear from you if as you've aged, you realize you've acquired a gift, something that you got as you got older that you didn't have when you were younger. Tell me about it. I would love to learn about it. And I think I'm going to call it quits now. And I wish you a really happy life. And that's it for this one. See you in the next video.